Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to 1980s Tabletop RPG. Tonight, and tonight only, we are playing the classic RPG game, Chill, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Chill came out in the early 80s. This is the second edition that came out in 1989. So we're just making this one in the 80s Tabletop RPG. The number one edition cost about £75. The number two edition cost 20. So we went with the second edition. And our players, as usual, we have the PowerPoint specialist, stand-up comedian Andy Onions is here.
Hello.
And with us, as always, the one with the hardest job, my wife, Cara Tassonis, is here.
Hello.
And we have the bearded one with us again, Drew Turner, in the house.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
And our special guest, every time we have special guests, we have actor and raconteur Corin Reese-Jones. There we go. Now, just a side note, this is Corin's first time playing a role-playing game. And
Very
as
excited.
an actor and a huge Buffy guy, I said, damn it, he's got to play with us. So here he is, giving it a shot. All right. So, Chill takes place. We're going to start the game off. It's 1956 is the year. And where it is that all of you are from different countries. And you receive something in the mail saying that you are needed to get to Paris. So everyone flies except for Drew. Your character, Hector, has a fear of flight. So he takes a nice slow boat ride to England and a train to Paris.
Are we all waiting in Paris for like 2 weeks then?
Yeah.
You guys go on ahead. Just tell me who did it.
Actually, you must have left months ago because this character's Mexican. So from Mexico City to New York, I guess. And then I guess that would be the only way in 1956, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think yeah. And then over
I mean,
there.
I hesitate to point out that a train from London to Paris at that point would be dicey.
Oh yeah, I guess no. It would be a train to Dover and then a ferry from Dover over and then to Paris. Jesus Christ!
It would still be easier to get there then than now, though.
Drew got his letter a lot before you guys did. Let's just say that. Hector was ready.
I've just arrived and said, I got your letter from 6 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So you arrive in Paris and you're given train tickets. So you got to go from Paris to Passchendaele in Belgium. So that's where they want you to go. And you guys meet for the very first time. You're all together in the same train. Let's do introductions first, actually, now that I think about it. So everyone is sitting in a train by themselves. Let's introduce yourselves. Andy, go right ahead and introduce yourselves to everybody.
Hello, my name is Genevieve, and I am from Canada. And I speak French and English.
Very nice. Cara?
Hello, I'm Dr. Thomas Simpson. I don't know where I'm from. Sometimes I'm from America. Sometimes I'm from Australia. Sometimes I'm from the South. Sometimes I'm from the North. Anyway, I'm here to... Why is my husband laughing at me?
Chicago. You're from Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have no idea where that is on a map. So my accent is across the world.
There you go.
You are aware it's in America, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know that part. Hence why my American accent sounds like this.
There you go. Hector?
Hola, mi amigos. My name is Hector. This accent may be disappearing because I don't think I can sustain it. This accent, hola, Hector. This accent will be disappearing because I'm getting into character as my undercover, not Mexican person.
And Dr. Nels.
Hide in this hoodie.
Dr. Nels.
Greetings. My name is Dr. Nels, and I am from Norway, but my Norwegian accent is transitory, so it is possible. I am a student of German. I have been studying my German, so it is possible that my accent may be more strongly German than Norwegian.
All right. And it's like a private little train car. So you each have your own belongings, like just a backpack that would have like 3 days worth of food and not food, sorry, of clothing and stuff that you need. And there are three suitcases, sorry, and a letter. So let's read the letter, Hector.
Okay. The letter says, "Dear friends, welcome to SAVE. We look forward to working with all of you today and the years to come. We need your party for this mission. Please follow the instructions in this envelope. In 1926, on the 9th of October, there were reports of ghost-like creatures wandering the Passchendaele area of Belgium. No one was harmed, and most people ran away from the sightings. In 1936, once again, on the 9th of October, there were reports of ghost-like creatures wandering the same area. Some reports said they were dressed as soldiers. 2 people were found dead due to stab wounds. After the Second World War began, it was believed that the ghosts were no more than German scouts. In 1946, on the 9th of October, there were more reports of ghost-like creatures in military uniforms wandering the area. 12 people were killed from stab wounds. All 12 worked with the Germans during World War II. Their deaths were believed to be assassinations to the collaborators. You should be receiving this on the 7th of October. We here at SAVE have asked that you investigate these sightings and get to the truth. There is a farmer, Jacques Letonneau. He lives close by and will let you stay in his guest house, and he knows the area well. Please contact him. Godspeed and good luck."
So Drew's coming by boat, and they sent this on the 7th of October. I'm assuming the 7th of October, 1955. And then we'll have to get into 56.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, the letter's on the train with you. With the letter, you got 3 suitcases. In one of the suitcases, the entire suitcase takes up a recording device, 1956 recording device, insert photo. The second case, now these 2 cases you could carry around with you everywhere. There's not going to be a problem. In your second case, there is a cross, a first aid kit, 2 very heavy flashlights, a camera with film, a journal with pen. So one of you is to take notes. Only one of you is allowed to take notes because they don't want a lot of these notes on it. So someone has to take, one of you would actually take the notes and be in charge of taking the notes of the group. Holy water is also in there, and it's called the SAVE book. So basically there is a book in there with all of these creatures of the unknown that have been already been scouted out by other people like yourself. So if you encounter someone, you can look them up into this manual. A manual of monsters, shall we say, without infringing on any copyrights.
So can we just go through that again? We've got a first aid kit, 2 flashlights.
Yeah, first aid kit, a cross, 2 heavy flashlights, a camera and film, a journal. It's called the SAVE book, so it's a manual, and holy water.
All right, a camera and film.
Now, that and the recording device, remember, you guys aren't part of a government. You're part of an organization, right? If you get caught with any of that stuff, it's perfectly explained. They're not going to get in any trouble, right? The larger case that you're going to get, you can get in trouble with it. And I'll explain what that is. So this is a massive case that would be very heavy to carry around. And in that is a shovel, a hammer with 4 stakes, and the following weapons. So Dr. Thomas, it has your .22 rifle in it. Dr. Nels, it has your crossbow in it. Hector, it has your rifle in it. And for you, Genevieve, it would have your lock picking and your climbing gear in it. Now, on your person, for Dr. Nels, you have a cane. And even though you don't need the cane, inside your cane is a sword.
It's a sword stick.
Yeah, it's a sword stick. You have a sword stick, so you can carry that around with you anywhere that you go. If you get caught with it, you'd be like, I didn't know there was a sword in there. You know, you might be able to bluff your way.
In fairness, I've always wanted one of those, but it turns out they're illegal these days, which...
Yeah, that's right. It's 1956. You might get away with it.
Is that Nels talking or Corin talking there?
No, that's Corin talking. I want one of those things.
Okay.
The zombie apocalypse, that's his first weapon. I want one of those. Hector, you are a police officer. Yep. So you do carry a badge, although, you know, it would be a little bit dicey for you to carry a gun with you. You do have your pistol on you. You do have your dagger, a dagger on you, and you have a billy club with you too. So those are those little clubs that policemen carry to knock people out. Yeah. You got all that. You can probably get away with it by claiming that, you know, you thought it would be okay since you're a police officer.
Cool.
Genevieve, you do have specialties. You have a lockpick set that you might be a little bit dicey to carry around with you, but you could claim you're a locksmith, the climbing gear. You have a 45 revolver. So you can carry that around with you, but once again, if you get in trouble with the law, you have no excuse for having that. It's illegal. So you're gonna have to let me know if you want to have that on you or keep that in the large case, because the large case is where everything illegal basically goes. And then Dr. Thomas, you have a medical bag with your supplies in it, and a bottle of brandy, apparently, is what Dr. Thomas brings around everywhere she goes.
And that's where Tracy's character.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what you have with you. Who it wants to be in charge of taking notes? Who's going to do that?
Not me.
For a note-taking thing.
I mean, I can, though I will plead once again first time. So if turns out I'm really bad at it, then sorry in advance.
I think Genevieve usually takes notes anyway, so why don't you be in charge of that one?
I'm happy to take the notes on this.
Okay. So yeah, so you have the journal with notes. So if anytime you have to refer to anything that happens, you go back to those notes. Those are the ones you have to go to. And who wants to be holding on to the save book? So that would have the listings of all the creatures in it and stuff. Oh, looks like Dr. Thomas is rise to those occasions. So you have that. Okay, excellent. 4 hours go by. We arrive in Passchendaele. So there's 3 places for you to go. There's a forest area where the creatures seem to be coming from. There's the old man's house that you have to go to, Jacques, which you're told to. And there's also a graveyard, which is close by to everything, which obviously a graveyard is a little bit suspicious. There is also a visitor center at Passchendaele in case you want to get some information about the town itself and stuff like that. So, what shall we do?
All right. Shall we head to the house first so that we can, like, hide this suitcase full of illegal stuff?
Oh, I forgot too. I forgot one thing. We'll insert this. So with your crossbow, there's 6 regular arrows and 6 silver-tipped arrows. And everyone has 6 silver bullets as well as regular bullets as well for their weapons. Sorry, back to the game.
How much use those will be against ghosts is anyone's guess.
All right, so are we going to head to the house? Is that where we're going?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Excellent. You get yourself an old school taxi. You arrive at the old house. Jacques is there. And of course, he's a French-speaking Belgium. So, bonjour tout le monde, ça va? Qui parle français?
Je parle français.
Ah, très bien, madame. Ça va?
Oui, ça va. Mais j'ai mal au dos. J'ai mal au dos.
Mal au dos. You hurt your back. Is that what you're saying, sir?
Mon dos.
Don. Your teeth.
J'aime jouer au tennis. J'ai 2 ans.
And maybe we should just speak English.
Right, ton anniversaire.
He's an old man with a gray beard, your typical old French man who lives in Belgium. He's about in his 70s. He still looks like he's in pretty good shape. He shows you to, he has like a farm and a lot of land that he's lived, it's been passed through his family. He's got a little guest house that he shows you to. It's a nice little place to put you up at.
Of course, I can speak fluent French, but for everybody else here, we will speak in English.
Yeah.
Wow, how considerate of you.
Yes, and also if anyone here is watching us as well, they will understand if they're English speaking. Otherwise, I can speak perfectly well French.
All right. All right. What do you want to do here, guys? What's next?
Hello. Thank you very much for having us, monsieur. We are very happy to be here. It's very kind of you.
Pas de problème, madame. Pas de problème.
Does he know outside everybody? Does he know why we are here?
Nope. You would just look like you're tourists, a mismatch of tourists, but nonetheless, with your equipment, a good old bird watching is a good cover for you to have. That's why you have the cameras and the recording thing like that, and notepads and everything like that. So bird watching is always what's the study of bird watching?
Ornithology.
Thank you. Nice one.
Can I see your booze collection, sir? We're in Belgium after all.
Yeah, you would have some Belgian beer. Yeah. There will be some nice beer and some French wine as well.
I'll take one of those.
Yeah. So he's lived there all his life, if you guys want to talk to him.
I'm going to tell him that I'm interested in the local history and ask him, presumably there will be various sites of battle from the Second and First World Wars, and if there's anywhere that we should go and, for that matter, avoid.
Yeah. Okay, roll me. So this goes under your personality, which is a 62. So give me a roll. You want to get under that. The lower, the better.
59.
59. Wow. Okay. Just barely. You do get a little bit of information out to him by himself. He's an old man who lives on the farm. He keeps to himself. He doesn't see too much in trouble. Around this time, he gets a bit foggy in the fall. Around this time of year.
He does, or it does?
He does. He gets a bit foggy. Must be the change in weather or something like that, especially around this time of year is all that happens to him. Of course, there is Passchendaele, as you know, was the site. So give me a history roll, and we'll see what your history is 100. So you got a pretty good chance of knowing about Passchendaele. Give me another roll there, Dr. Nels.
For me, I will, yeah.
Yeah.
Passchendaele, 600,000 people died at Passchendaele during the First World War.
All right, no, this is not Corin. This is Dr. Nels.
Yeah.
Dr. Nels doesn't have Google.
Fuck you, Google. Sorry, excuse me. Google?
Wait, what is Google?
I actually know my history. Thank you very much. Nevertheless, my score is 56.
There you go. Okay.
Is it possible to roll over 100 on a D100?
Yeah, I know. It's really funny because every now and then a skill is at 100. So basically you're very good at it, but the lower you'll get more information. And
Right.
also like, for instance, his history is more with Greek and Latin and stuff like that. So if it was Asian history, he'd be a few minus on that.
Right.
Right. So the more difficult of the history is that, but he's quite fluent. I'll tell you what you know about Passchendaele, my friend, not what you think you know.
What the?
Now, Passchendaele in World War I had over 600,000 were killed on all sides.
Why is that so funny? Oh dear, how terribly tragic.
It's a very famous World War I battle. All countries were there. You got every single country you could probably think of that was involved in World War I were there at some point. And it was just a gruesome place where people were dying constantly. It was a horrible place to be. And all sorts of new weapons were found. That's where they used, for the first time, they used flamethrowers, was something that had never been used in battle before that was there. Stuff like, what's the gas, basically gas stuff.
Mustard gas.
Mustard gas, yeah. And mustard gas was so
Mustard
brutal
gas.
in World War I that even in World War II, Hitler didn't want to use it. That's how bad it was.
Hitler decided not to use mustard gas.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a very, like, people say they've never quite done justice in a movie to how brutal World War I was. So yeah, there you go. How's that? Anything to add to that? Corin instead of Dr. Nels?
I
Well,
would
not
say
for the
that,
time being.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah.
I would say that if you made mustard gas and Hitler said he didn't like it, maybe you should maybe not good advertising.
Yeah. There's also a beautiful forest right by where the battle was that has been decimated. It once was a lovely, luxurious, flourishing forest that just got bombed to crap and cut down and stuff like that. And it's just north of where the graveyard is.
Is that the one where you said that these sightings have been? You said there were lots of sightings around the forest.
Yeah. Okay, so it's the 7th of October. All the sightings were on the 9th of October. You would have got to Paris in the morning, a 4-hour train ride. Now to get to this house, about 2 p.m. right now on the 7th.
Shall we check out Paris? We have a date.
Shall we do some investigating in the visitor center and see if we can dig something up?
Maybe someone at a disused fairground. Perhaps they know something about this.
Chinkies. Oh.
Yeah, you guys want to head back? Drop your big bag off. So who's got their weapons on them? Your cane is with you, of course, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for Hector, you're going to keep your pistol on you, your dagger, and your nightstick?
I will, yes.
Yeah, obviously not going to bring your rifle with you. And of course, Dr. Thomas wouldn't bring it. Genevieve, are you going to risk it and take your gun with you?
Yes. No,
There you go.
maybe not. I forgot I was Genevieve. I forgot who I was. I was like, why is everyone quiet? I will leave it here.
Okay, so you leave your stuff behind. You head back into Passchendaele. So that would be 2 p.m. I said it was. So it's like about 3:34. You get to the visitor center. There's plenty of books around. All of you can kind of study onto it, but usually you find one person who that's kind of their knack. So who wants to be the kind of person to read up on things here?
What is the skill check they need?
Some of you have history and some of you have investigation. What would you think would be the best way? I don't think that Genevieve's acrobatics would come in handy here, is what I'm saying.
Why not? The library is perfect for some circus skills.
Yeah, are all the books in, I don't know, Norwegian, German, or English?
There would be some in English, and there you go. You're right, Genevieve. So some of them would be in French. So there you go. Look at me giving you something to do. I apologize, Genevieve. I apologize. There would be some in English. It'd be some in different languages and stuff like that. So
I think that was Dr. Nels who said that.
Yeah, Nels, that's right. Nels has history, but Hector has investigation. So.
And I've also got Spanish, but I don't know how useful that will be.
Yeah.
All of these books are in Latin, so we are screwed.
Well, why don't we get Hector here? Because Dr. Nels had it last time.
Okay. So my investigation score is 107.
Yes, it is. So there you
so
go.
So I need to roll under 107.
Yeah. What you want to roll is basically whenever you're doing something like this, if you roll under 107, obviously you're going to get some information. But if you roll under 10%, so it'd be under an 11, you get like all the information. If you roll under 50%, like I guess that would be like a 53 or a 54, you'll get some and so forth, you know? So the better the roll, the more information you're going to get.
I am so sure that I'm about to roll a 99. I roll a 28.
28.
Very good.
So you're below 50% of the information like that. Okay, so Passchendaele, of course, we already got the information. There's more information about World War I and all the deaths and stuff like that. It was the first time that heavy artillery was used and stuff like that. So there were some explosions. 20% of the soldiers were never found. To get that information out of it. And the other thing is that the surrounding forests of it all, it used to be very lush, like I said before that. And it was actually a path from Europe to the UK. And it used to be used for, sorry, it used to be like a path that was like basically people in Europe, say Germany or something like that. It would be the road that they would use to go to the UK. They would go on that way. It used to be a road in that area, and it was often used for pagan rituals. So I guess they would take people, go to the UK, and that's the road that they would use for pagan rituals. That's about all the information that you get.
Is there anybody in the library who looks interesting?
Yep. There's somebody working there.
Maybe we could say hello and ask what they know.
Yep. The man who works there is a French man named Sidney Taylor.
Sidney Taylor. Why do I know that name?
It's a reoccurring character that we use. Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bonjour, monsieur. J'aime les cheveux. I like your shirt. Anyway, bonjour, Sidney Taylor. No. Bonjour, what is your name?
Je m'appelle Sidney.
Ah, Sydney, I have a good friend called Sydney. You must be a nice man. I am here, and I am writing a ghost story. Are there any good ghost stories in this town?
Oh, monsieur, madame, sorry, madame.
Madame, je suis
madame.
une woman.
We do not speak of that kind of stuff around here. It's just for, it's just for tourists and things like that. Give me a roll for your personality.
So my personality is a 37. So I need to get under that, right?
Yeah.
Right there. All 37 bang on would also be fine, right? Ah, Sydney.
There's Sydney.
French Sydney Taylor.
Bonjour, Monsieur Taylor.
I got a 51.
51. Oh, pretty good. Okay.
I needed 37.
Yes, you did. You're right. Actually, that's right. Your personality is horrible.
I know. I'm very overconfident.
Wow, 37. I didn't realize it was that low. Yeah, no, that's all the information you get. He doesn't want to speak about that kind of stuff. They're just here. You get some tourists and stuff like that. He doesn't want to talk to you.
Okay, see you in the next episode, Sydney. Thank you for your contribution.
Okay, it's getting a bit. It's probably about 5 or 6 p.m. It's getting close to sundown too.
Have we got somewhere to stay?
Yeah, you're staying at the guest house. Jacques has a guest house for you.
Cool.
Yeah, you went there.
Dropped our bags over.
Yeah, you dropped your bags off.
I mean, Dr. Nels, it is not you who has a eidetic memory, is it?
Yeah.
We were there, we put our bags on, we talked to a man, the history of the place.
No,
Where do you think the information was coming from?
I got my wires crossed. I thought that was like, I didn't realize the guy was at the guest house. I thought he was at his own place, but it's his guest house.
Yeah.
It's a guest house, and he does not know that we are ghost hunters.
All right.
I have a journal, you see. I did not remember, but I had a journal.
Yeah, that's right. He's got
Where
the
is my journal?
All right.
Here's my journal. It is a special a Kindle journal.
What's next there, everyone?
1950s.
Yeah. Back to the house?
Yeah, I think, because none of the ghosts are coming out tonight, so it doesn't make any sense to like do an overnight in the graveyard.
What if there is one ghost and there? Oh no, it is the wrong day.
What the fuck do you mean a leap year?
Very true, actually. Ghosts have very good calendars.
Every year we
just realized that.
I have to remind my friend 3 weeks in advance for something. Every year, do they send an email around to coordinate?
You got Ebenezer Scrooge. It's the 23rd of December. Oh, sorry. See you tomorrow. My bad. All right, back to the homestead. You guys want to stay in for the night, or do you guys want to check anything else out? What are we doing here, everyone?
Is there a local establishment for consumption of beverages?
This is all they do, Corin. You gotta reel these two back because they go to the
That
pub.
was my next question.
Yeah.
I've got images of that scene from An American Werewolf in London, where we go into the local Belgian establishment, and they all.
What is that you were talking about? Is that the project you were working on?
That's a great scene. I forget the name of the pub too. I used to know the name of that pub. It's like the Pig and Whistle or something too. Yeah. Yeah, there'd be a pub. You'd be able to go to a pub somewhere around there. Is that what you guys want to do? Check out the. Yeah.
No questions asked.
Yeah. No worries.